Masks should not be mandatory. It doesn't protect against a virus. By the way, Italy did a check on the coronavirus. Guess what? It's a bacteria. You cannot get it from speaking. You get it from touching things and then touching your eyes.
It's funny, isn't it, how a small thing like wearing a piece of cloth could be so controversial. But here we are, talking about people who hate masks. What's up everybody, I'm Mr. G. In my last video I skimmed over anti-maskers, but I feel I didn't do them justice. So today I'm talking about those idiots who think that wearing a mask is harmful to your health. A public meeting in Florida over a couple of dates asked people to come forward to give their views on why there should or shouldn't be a mandate on wearing masks in public. A lot of people took up the challenge, but I bet they weren't expecting a load of anti-maskers to turn up in crowds. Now, because they seem to be a diverse little lot, I'm putting them in their own little categories. Of course, there will be some cross-contamination, but it is what it is. So let's get started with the religious bunch, shall we? Our first lot comes from the people that believe that masks are destroying God's wonderful breathing system, and by wearing a mask, we are pursuing the devil's agenda.
And they want to throw God's wonderful breathing system out the door. You're all turning your backs on it.
Oh yes, a system that's so perfect that 300 million people suffer from asthma globally, and most of them are children. So not so perfect after all, if a chronic disease can upset that perfect little system, eh?
In the beginning, God formed man out of the earth and breathed his breath in him, and he became a living soul.
She bangs on about how God breathed into the earth to create life. But like everything else, she offers us an argument. She has nothing to back it up, and we shall be looking at more of her arguments in the next segment. In the last one in this category, I'm giving her full airtime of her little outburst because she was nutty as a fruitcake in her opinions.
What I want to say is, we the people will work day and night to clean every single seat if need be. We will get together and do a citizen's arrest on every single human being that goes against the freedom of choice.
I don't know where to start with this one, to be honest. Okay, she bangs on about arresting every single one of them for going against the freedom of choice. She can't do that though, because there's no law against the freedom of choice. In a national emergency in the States, you could be forced to wear a mask by the Secretary of Health under the use of an unapproved drug, a device or biological product. And right now, the USA is in a state of emergency.
Okay? You literally cannot mandate somebody to wear a mask knowing that that mask is killing people. It literally is killing people.
She said that masks are killing people. The use of masks do not kill people. There's not one single piece of evidence that suggests a mask is harmful to the body. She has done zero research on why she shouldn't wear a mask.
And we the people are waking up, and we know what citizen's arrest is, because citizen's arrests are already happening, okay? And every single one of you that are obeying the devil's laws are going to be arrested. And you, doctor, are going to be arrested for crimes against humanity. Every single one of you.
She claims that they are enforcing the devil's laws. No, getting someone to wear a mask is for their safety and the safety of others, and that is not the devil's laws. It's just common sense. Nobody is asking them to wear them 24/7, but only when they go out in public. Why is wearing a mask a bad thing? The idea behind wearing a mask is to reduce the droplets created from the mouth and nose when you talk, cough and sneeze. It's about reducing any chance of infection getting passed on to another person.
You have a smirk behind that little mask, but every single one of you are going to get punished by God. You cannot escape God. You cannot escape God. I'm gonna say that again. You cannot escape God, not even with the mask or 6 feet. Okay? 6 feet, like I said before, is military protocol. You're trying to get the people to train them so when the cameras, the 5G comes out, what? They're gonna scan everybody. We gotta get scanned. We gotta get temperatured. The kids have to go to school with masks. Are you insane?
I was wondering when the 5G was going to creep into our outbursts. Again, zero evidence that 5G causes any medical defects. I would like to know where she gets her wild conspiracy theories from, because not one single theory has been proven and every single one has been debunked.
Are you crazy? I think all of you should be in a psych ward right the heck now, because none of you know what the hell you are all talking about. This is insane. And then you want to open this meeting with a prayer to God. Are you praying to the devil? Because God is not listening to that prayer. Because all of you are practicing the devil's laws. What happened to Bill Gates? Why is he not in jail? Why is Hillary Clinton not in jail? Why are all of these pedophiles that are demanding you all to listen to their rules? Why are they not in jail? Oh, is it because you're part of them? Are you part of the deep
Your
state?
time has expired.
The deep state is going down. And if any of you are in the deep state, you're going down with it.
I'm finding that you are...
Bill Gates isn't in jail because he hasn't done anything wrong in the eyes of the law, yet. Please show what law he's supposedly broken and we can go from there. So that was the religious side to the arguments, and now for the anti-science bits. A lot of them try to use science as part of their arguments, but as you will see, they totally failed in their attempt.
First, I'd like to say thank you all for being here, but I personally don't like to be attacked for not agreeing with what Dr. Alonso says. She's one person. Whenever you go to the doctor, you get more than one opinion, and you listen to all kinds of doctors to feel a different kind of answer. I believe this is political. This is not about a pandemic. This is about a planned-demic, which the majority of Americans are waking up to, and we don't appreciate each and every one of you sitting on the dais telling us how to live our lives, except for those great gentlemen right there. I appreciate you for your honesty and your integrity, and you too, sir, next to the mayor. Thank you very much for doing your due diligence and not continuing to try to feed us garbage, because this is garbage. Masks should not be mandatory. It doesn't protect against a virus. By the way, Italy did a check on the coronavirus. Guess what? It's a bacteria. You cannot get it from speaking. You get it from touching things and then touching your eyes. Look it up. It's factual information.
She clearly has done zero research before that meeting, because the claim that was put on social media that Italy had discovered that COVID-19 was a bacteria was completely debunked, as COVID-19 is related to the SARS-CoV-2 virus and thus makes it a coronavirus.
Can you prove that it's good for people to breathe carbon dioxide over and over and over again? God made it so that we would breathe in fresh oxygen to go to our body, to every cell in the body. It has to have that to make energy. When you wear a mask, the nose is cut off, the mouth is cut off, and you're breathing carbon dioxide over and over and over again.
Again, for the thick people at the back of the room, you cannot rebreathe in carbon dioxide whilst wearing a mask. People were spreading the lie on social media to try to show that you were breathing in carbon dioxide and having harmful exposure whilst wearing a mask. That has been completely debunked. You cannot rebreathe in carbon dioxide through a cloth or gauze mask. Here's a clip from a doctor at that meeting saying why a mask doesn't inhibit you whilst you're breathing.
Surgeon, that's why you can't read my name.
Sorry.
I am the author of the federal regulations that created the Emergency Operations Center for Palm Beach County. I wrote them. That's what I did before I became a surgeon. Today, I wear a mask 8 to 12 hours a day, 5 to 7 days a week, depending upon what I do. And let me discuss some facts with you. Number one, masks do not inhibit carbon dioxide in the blood. In fact, our bodies, if we have normal, healthy kidneys and lungs, they regulate the carbon dioxide in our blood, not masks.
And there you have it, the medical side telling you how it really is.
All safe, and I do appreciate that, but you know, there's overwhelming data right here, what everybody's saying. There is no data to support if you wear a mask, you're gonna slow the spread of the COVID-19. So if you had that data, then I would be more likely to want to wear a mask. Masks are meant to be worn for sick people. And they are also meant to be disposed of, not to keep wearing the same mask, which is what people are doing.
Yes, there is medical data that shows how a mask slows and reduces the virus if people are wearing them. If only people did some fact-finding before they turned up to the meeting, it would stop them looking stupid. Now our next group of anti-maskers, the "you're taking away my rights" group.
I'm an American patriot. See that flag? I would die for that flag. The Constitution that you are supposed to uphold, I would die for that. None of you are holding that up. You don't care about we the people because you already made your decision before you listened to anybody. You already made a decision.
Shameful.
Okay? You did not listen to we the people. I would die for that country. I would die for the Constitution. And you know what? You disgrace me. You know why? You did not listen to we the people. You made your decision. Okay, what are you going to do to have the police? I thank every officer that's here. Man, I applaud them. But what's going to happen when you get the call to defund the police? Who's going to do that? Who's going to take and arrest these people for wearing a stupid mask? What are you going to do? When you get that call, oh, we got to defund the police. We got to get rid of them. What are you going to do? How are you going to put the people down? You're not listening to we the people.
No.
You made your decision before. You probably already have your orders already taken care of. You don't really care. You could at least listen, at least faked it. But you know, you already made a decision. You do not care about we the people.
Isn't that the truth? That's so
Okay.
true.
It's pathetic. Breaks my heart. Because I would die for that flag. I would die for this country, and I would die for the Constitution. And you guys are supposed to uphold the Constitution, and you know what? You didn't. You let we the people down.
He bangs on how he's willing to die for that flag, for that Constitution. But is he willing to die because he caught a virus, because he believes wearing a mask goes against his rights? I bet he wouldn't sacrifice himself then.
I so appreciate all the patriots that showed up and all the truth that's come out, all the statistics, all the stuff about health. It is so true that you have made up your minds, and I want to know who is getting paid off and where is this higher mandate coming from? Our police officers who are putting their lives on the line every day, you want them to wear a mask? You want no oxygen going into their brain when they might have to get down and wrestle with somebody? What the hell is going on in this country? You think it's okay? Let everybody out of prison? And I was just going to say, when are you going to start with the defund the police? Because we know whose side you're on. It is so true that you made up your minds. You made up your minds. Shame on you. That's right. We have rights, and this has just gone too far. I have to leave. I sat in here. This is the third day I'm here waiting all day. I have to leave a 91-year-old mother to come here and stand up for what's right. Shame on you. Shame on you. The little children, all the testimony that we heard. Let me tell you one thing real quick before you cut me off. I heard somebody say, we're not sure about anything. That was you, doctor. We're not sure about the facts yet. You heard all the facts. You're not sure about the facts. Guess what? We're not sure about everything. I also heard you say here today that it's spreading. Well, guess what? The riots are spreading too. And what the hell are we going to do about that? We're going to arrest patriots. We're going to arrest people for not wearing a mask. That's what you want when you allow this stuff to go on in this country. We know which side you're on, okay? It's all coming from the top. This is all bullshit. And I say Trump 2020, and I hope every one of you gets voted out who votes for a mask here today. Shame on you for voting for a mask.
Thank you, ma'am. Your time has
I
expired.
also heard you say this is a democracy, and I'm sick and tired of hearing you say that. It's a republic. And my name is Jane Justice, and I want to see some of it.
Thank you.
They bang on about their rights being violated because they may have to wear a mask mandatory. But how many of them are willing to volunteer to take the risk of death or having their organs permanently damaged? Being told to wear a mask does not inhibit your rights. What it's trying to do is save your life. Why do these people think it's a restraint to wear one? Do they wear a seatbelt when they go out and drive? Of course they do, because they know it's going to save their life. It's the same with the mask. It's reducing the risk to their health and saving their life in the process. Also, the USA may call itself a republic, but it is in fact a democratic state because you vote for your leaders and those leaders have a set number of terms. It's not a true democracy, but it is a democracy nevertheless because you are a representative democracy. I love it how people don't even know what their own government type is. Our final category goes to those people that just seem to be plain stupid.
I choose faith over fear every day. You are not God, and since masks are harmful, where there is risk, there should be choice. You're removing our freedoms and stomping on our constitutional rights by these communist dictatorship orders or laws you want to mandate. Today, you have the ability to show your residents that you truly care. Because if you do vote to mandate masks in a workplace, in public, in schools or stores, the death of many will be on your hands. The overwhelming evidence that is being presented to you today in no way, shape, or form can consciously allow you to put your citizens at health at risk. Voting yes to mask mandates makes no scientific sense. Do you want to be known for communist dictators? Is this the legacy you want to be known for? You want to be responsible for fear-mongering and misinformation fed to your citizens? The problem with humanity today is ignorance, arrogance, and apathy. Keep taking the road of least resistance. Keep listening to the TV brainwashing you from birth. Keep listening to conditioning messages in your local stores while shopping, just like Fidel Castro did over the loudspeakers in Cuba. Don't you see the problem? The truth is out there. Just go seek the truth. If you believe in God, you know he gave us life and he can take away our lives. Where there is risk, there should be choice. My concern, since I do have a medical condition that I cannot wear a mask, you are taking food away from my table. Will businesses set a special hour for those unable to wear a mask? Remember, God is watching you. Now, understand that OSHA has gone against everything that you all are saying, including Dr. Alonso, that there is no way that wearing a facial mask, do these masks keep us from spreading or getting COVID. So stop spreading the lies.
So many things wrong with what she just said. Being told to wear a mask is not being part of the communist state. It's about looking after the safety of the people in a pandemic. When the Spanish flu occurred 100 years ago, people were told to wear the mask for their own safety. It's the same during this one.
Herd immunity is what we need. This will go on forever. This is a virus. This isn't going to go away. Even if we get a vaccine, only 40% of people get the flu vaccine. You're not going to be able to do that. People are going to refuse the vaccine. The New England Journal of Medicine states this: we know the wearing a mask outside healthcare facilities offers little, if any, protection from infection. Public health authorities define a significant exposure to COVID-19 as face-to-face contact within 6 feet with a patient with symptomatic COVID-19 that is sustained for at least a few minutes and say more than 10 minutes or even 30 minutes. The chance of catching COVID-19 from passing interaction in a public space is therefore minimal. In many cases, the desire for widespread masking is a reflexive reaction to anxiety over the pandemic. That's the Journal of Medicine. Somebody was talking about not quoting WHO because they've been kind of wishy-washy. You yourselves are quoting the CDC, who has been just as wishy-washy, if not more so than the WHO. And you are still quoting them and saying that you should wear a mask. That is actually not what they're saying. Let me see. Please remember, Dr. Alonso stated that the deaths were real people. Please remember, we are real living people. We do not want to wear these masks. I have been working as an essential worker since this began. I have not worn a mask. This is the mask that I wore today to get in here. This is the mask that you say is okay to come in here. This is the mask I wore in here today. This is my homemade mask that your official said is okay to wear. This is insane. This is insane.
Ma'am, thank you for your comments today.
And at the end, I don't wear a mask for the same reason I don't wear underwear. Things gotta breathe.
She states they need herd immunity to beat the virus. To get herd immunity, you need 70 to 90% of the population infected. Imagine how many people would have to die to achieve that goal. The death toll would be horrendous. Also, what she was wearing was not a working mask. I don't know who told her that was okay, but it was not okay as a protective item. To be honest, I've seen people wearing masks on the train and they're not wearing them properly. Under the nose, under the chin, or hanging from the ear is equal to not wearing a mask at all, and you might as well not have bothered. If these anti-maskers get their way and people don't wear a mask for the good of the people, you could say hello to a massive death rate. These people are equally as dangerous as the anti-vaxxers, who also do zero research when it comes to the scientific means of why we are dealing with the diseases in the way we are. So what do you think to it all? Do you think they are a bunch of morons? Or do you think they have a point? I would love to hear from you in the comment section below. I hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you didn't, you know where the thumbs down is. Leave a comment in the comment section, and if you're new to my channel, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Take care, and I will see you all soon. Bye for now.